Well, it's not because they don't know. We told you on upfront,
Do
right?
you make them sign a contract or?
Yeah, at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
The
Texas, you
PDF
have to have
form.
a certain form filled out, so you will.
He goes
Something
with
goes all
it. How much are we gonna pay them, when, all, everything, it goes in that contract.
And on top of that, they're gonna generally go through that page by page.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see these two guys sitting at a table in the shop for a month in February, getting all this set up and going through this with contractors,
It's a long
especially
process,
new ones.
it's almost, if you're gonna hire a contractor, it takes, I mean, one and a half to 2 hours to go through the contract and then go to the training and get them ready for the next.
Then you have to follow up
Mhm.
throughout the week and the month and make sure that.
Yeah, it's not like
They're
you,
actually doing what they're supposed to
you
do.
can become a contractor right away, come on, let's go, no. If you wanna work for us, come, we're gonna do the paperwork, we're gonna do the training, and we're gonna follow up with you during 1 or 2 weeks. If you want some more work, let me see how is the feedback from the customers. If you're doing good, I'll give you some more. If you're not doing so good, maybe I may have some more training.
On a pitch count.
I may give you some more training or give you what are the complaints from the customers, and we can go from there.
Are they paying for the Service Autopilot mobile app or does it?
No.
We pay for it, and it's like $20 a month per user, something like that.
Our end of that is making sure that periodically through the year, especially this time of the year, we're going from weekly service to bi-weekly in November for most of our customers. And then December, January, February, we just do a single visit. It's mostly just kind of tidying up and doing some general leaf cleanup. They'll just mow the dormant grass, start to kind of take it down a little bit with each mowing. When we get into that time of the year where we have much fewer contractors, we'll go through autopilot and cancel out those, what do you call it, inactivate those accounts during those months.
What does your scorecard, your point system, is that a software you use or just an Excel spreadsheet, or how do you keep track of that and how they?
Service Autopilot actually has that capability. So if you go to the like the team section, one of the tabs at the top, there's a section for vendors, and then all the contractors are listed as a vendor on there, and each one of them has like a profile, right? And so you can add a complaint or a compliment and adjust a little score at the top right. And then so every week those scores are pulled and put on the spreadsheet, and then any complaints are listed on that profile, and they just take that and put it on the spreadsheet.
They basically build a weekly report that comes out to us, and we can see like this guy's only got a 60 where we want him to be at about 100.
Right.
And then we can, our admin's got so good at it that we can look right on a separate sheet and see what was the cause for that. You know, like we go, oh man, he got dinged for not taking his bag out one day.
Sure.
And, you know, train accordingly. That seems to be one of the biggest issues we deal with is, how many guys even offer a bag service these days, but it can be a little tricky, you know, making it a value for the customer and worth the extra amount of effort, which can be more than you think. Tell about bags 15 times, boys and corn, bags of water, just a lot more work.
Yeah, surprisingly, the biggest advantage for mowing is clarity, your lead back, you know? A lot of people will call, ask for an estimate, and these other companies, they just won't ever call you back, you know? So that's a good way to set yourself apart. Just answer the phone or return people's, you know, questions, that's it.
And we tier that based on the size of the yard. And a lot of that's just gotten from measuring the property in autopilot, but it's not much different technology than you use to pull square footages off Google Earth. Is measuring the service areas, get a reasonable idea of how much square footage we're doing, and be able to quote that at the time of the call, and not have to have somebody go out and put eyes on it. It's a lot of expense, and usually we'll find that if adjustment needs to be made, it can be made within the first couple of visits. Our contractors will let us know. You know, if it's a $29.99 lawn and they go out there like, it took me 2 hours, we'll hear about it. we'll make an adjustment.
Curious what a contractor's week looks like, you know? So like, you got a contractor, he does a good job. So does he just, do you expect them to totally get rid of their business and just focus on you? Like, what does a typical contractor's week look like?
Sure. So it depends on the person. Some people, they don't have any of their own customers, so they just work for us 100%. Some people, they have, pretty decent sized amount of customers, but not enough to keep them busy all day. So they'll use us for supplementation, just to get some extra work.
They'll usually communicate that to you. They'll say like, can you give me 10 stops for tomorrow?
Right.
And they fill it in. And so it's a kind of a back and forth. They'll tell us what their capability is. We'll schedule them accordingly. And if that changes, it's just communication.
You encourage them to have their own business.
Yeah.
Just call you to help supplement some work off of you.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
one of the draws. It's one of the ways I think these guys have done such a fantastic job of not only getting us the best guys, but staying really competitive with other models that are doing the same thing. Just being really open to working with guys to help them succeed. They know that their success is part of our priority, and they usually stick around.
And like I said, pretty much at the beginning of whenever they want to start working for us, I'm very clear with on that. If you want to make your own customers, that's fine, but don't try to just take others. Just let me know how many stops do you want. But that will be your customers to take care. It's not like I need 5 today and don't give me any tomorrow. No, that's what you are compromised.
It's gotta
with
be
me.
schedulable.
It's like this is your schedule. If something changed, let me know, because at the same time I need to be like responsible with our customers. At the same time, whenever I told them, if you have customers on your own, that's fine, but you have to like give to our customers, give priority. It's like then you can go and take care of your customers.
That ends up being one of the unique things about the contractor way of doing it is it's definitely a two-way street. It doesn't just, like we can't just dial up. It's not like having labor on ice in the garage, you just open the freezer and you got guys available. They need consistent work, so it's up to us, and sometimes that can be stressful. You get in times of work, we've got these really well-qualified bush and bed contractors, and maybe there's just not that much bush and bed work that month. Portioning that out, communicating to them that maybe next week they're gonna have fewer stops than they're used to, help them make sure that they're getting consistent revenue.